and welcome to my vlog. See, there's me welcoming and doing a proper open. Pardon the, yeah, anyway. Um, my vlog eventually, initially launches in on a Sunday. Not really sure how this all worked out. I'm trying to get that back onto a normal track, but we're slowly inching our way towards some form of routine, or as much of a routine as I ever have anyway. So sit back because this is going to be a long vlog. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, tea, whatever your beverage is, and yeah, just tuck in. I talk about a lot of things, feelings, yeah, and where I'm going with the vlog. Well, not where I'm going with the vlog, where I'm going with my career, my art career anyway. Yeah, so grab yourself something and enjoy. Hello, it is Sunday night, and I should have worked on the vlog and got it ready for uploading, but I think that's going to be a tomorrow thing. Tonight I want to do some brainstorming on the business and what I'm planning on doing. I watched a vlog. I'm not saying it's the greatest vlog, but it did get me thinking, which was good. I mean, I did what it needed to do. I'm not saying that mine are great by any stretch of the imagination. They really aren't. And they're really just for me to document things anyway, so I don't expect a lot of viewers. If you are viewing, I really appreciate you though. but it's really, I just want to try and I'm not going to be doing like cool hip vlogs. They're just going to be more real vlogs with the occasional cat or cat in the background meowing, because there's 3 of them. There you go. Although you may not see all 3 of them. Although eventually, probably throughout the whole entire vlog, you will eventually see all 3 of them. At any rate, anyway, they were talking about how they are giving themselves 1 year to turn their shop around. I don't know if this is like if it's just trying to get like views, because that's kind of they are YouTube centric, so they may be trying to drive traffic and everything like that. This is not that for me. I am just realizing that I'm taking a bit of a turn with what I'm working on, because for the past 10 years I've basically been focusing on on publishing my dad's books, to the detriment of my own creativity. So as a result, everything else I've been working on has kind of languished. I've learned things though, like I've learned a lot about how to market, how to publish, that sort of thing. But like a lot of sales techniques and stuff like that I never would have learned otherwise. So that's invaluable. But now I just need to apply it to my own stuff. So I'm going to take time tonight because I have a bunch of ideas. Some are going to be viable, some are not viable. And I'm going to look at breaking things down into projects, try to focus on one project at a time. I may not finish a specific project, but I want to start a project and kind of work on it for a bit, work on another project for a bit, work on another project for a bit. Keep on doing it, cycle through the projects, not adding more, just cycling through what I have to start finishing things. So that is the goal. That is the dream. I already have like a bunch of projects on the go that I want to actually that I finally announced to another person outside of my household. I'm not going to announce it on here because I'm not ready for that yet. I have no idea what that is. Please don't ask. So, yeah, I have a project that I really want to work on, and I'll probably like video it as I'm working on it. Um, and so some of these things seem really outlandish, but when I tell you that my main thing is artwork, comics, and my dad's books, that is the main three. I will go off on tangents, but they are related to this. So, you'll probably see, I'm going to videotape what I'm working on this week. Part of that is the project, and it's going to look kind of weird. I did some attempted filmings earlier of working on parts of it from before, but I don't think I ever actually posted it, which is fine because it, it'll be better once they're all better. Like once they're more complete, once the project is more together, then then I'll feel a little more comfortable. Like once it's more real, as it's right now, it's still in the production stage and the prepping stage, and that's probably going to be a long-term thing. It's going to take, I'm going to say, at least a year to a year and a half to get ready. In the meantime, I have other projects I want to get actually done. So this is now me describing my plan, and I need to actually write it down. So I will let you go, and I will talk to you later. Okay, so it's morning. It's Monday morning. See, there's me putting days of the week on things. Yeah, I am getting ready for work. I had a early morning this morning, and I woke up early, middle of the night kind of thing. So I'm running late as a result. So I'm not going to get much work done before I leave. I've kind of resigned myself to that fact. Um, but I did write out my intentions for this week and what I plan to get done this week. So let me open that up because I want to. Okay, so this is the this is the accountability part of this video. I'm going to be writing down. I wrote down already my plans for the week. I'm gonna now say them so that I can do them. I mean, usually for me, it's just enough to be able to write it down, but I also want to be able to refer to this book. So I'll probably, after I'm done here, I'm going to write down what I accomplished or did not accomplish this morning, what I plan to do this evening. So I'm going to say out my list. Build a wall and a goblin. That is part of a project I'm working on. Mentioned it earlier. It's a long-term project. I'll probably show bits and pieces of it. Cut out and take pictures of stickers. So I need to do product photography so it actually looks good and put it up on the store. Pictures of prints. I need to go through all my prints that are on the store, and then ones I don't have up on the store, I need to get up on the store with proper product photos. Then I need to work on comic coloring, coloring for my Teddy Evil comic. I need to work on inking Isaac and Lee, and then I need to get some writing done. So even if I touch on some of these each day, I'll be happy because as I'm doing a little bit of everything, like a little bit of these tasks, my goal is to eventually I'll get to a point where they're done, and then I can just, okay, move it off the list, move that off the list, move that off the list, and then add things as I'm moving things off the list. So that I'm pretty much going to always have same amount of things, just different things. Hopefully. That's the kind of the goal, the dream. And then review this once a week. So that is my plan. And yeah, so I'm gonna stop talking and start doing. Alrighty, talk to you in a little bit here. Hello. Okay, so haven't had dinner yet. Working on dinner. Um, yeah. Tonight, I am while I'm sitting down, I am going to think about what I'm going to actually do this evening. I already wrote down like my big overall plan. Then I wrote down what I want to do for the week. Now, I'm not actually writing it down, but I'm going to just really, really process what are the things I'm going to work on tonight. What do I need to absolutely have to get done tonight? So I have like a marker as to did I succeed or did I not succeed. So I really only have 3 things that I can do in an evening at the maximum. Um, it's Monday, so Mondays are low energy days for me typically. And I'm still getting over like whatever this is. So I really have to kind of pick and choose what I want to work on. So I kind of want to start. I don't know. My goal. Thank you, Artemis. Appreciate it. Uh huh. So that yeah, I think my two main goals for today might be um, begin working on goblins. I know that sounds weird. I'll show you as I work, like after, like in parts, the way I did with the unboxing. I'll kind of show those as well, so I can kind of give you a demonstration. Plus, I forgot that I did not write down until after as an afterthought. I need to finish last week's and the week before's, like it's all one vlog. I have an unboxing vlog to do, and then I have last week's vlog, so those all need to go up. So I just need to finish editing the unboxing vlog, and then work on the other vlog. So that'll probably go up. Like the unboxing, hopefully will be able to go up tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe it's a goal, depending on how much I get done tonight. But goblins, video editing, maybe coloring, maybe we'll see. But definitely want to work on goblins. But the first thing will be having to remove cat, which will only last until she gets fed. And there's an automatic feeder, and it should be going off shortly. So, yeah. So I'm just waiting for my food to cook, and then I'm going to eat my dinner. Then I will remove. Then I will go and work on Goblin. Oh yeah, and so I know this is going to be weird. I feel like it's kind of because I have a tendency to like go all over the place with stuff. But I promise this is related. But I got this book. It's supposed to be really good on like concept creation for stuffed animals. I've been sewing stuffed animals since I was like 7 or 8 years old. So, and I'm not a young pup. So it's been a few years of me doing these things. So the idea of being able to get back to it would be kind of fun, especially considering one of my comic characters is actually a teddy bear. So, I'm just not saying it, but I'm saying hopefully maybe. We'll see. We'll see if it becomes realistic. As I was saying before, it'd be very high artisan, like a really, really extremely high-end artisan product, because I don't want to do mass market. So it's hand sewing, which means, yeah, not gonna be able to sell a lot. Well, I can sell a lot, but it's just I don't want to have to be sitting there sewing, taking up all my time with sewing. So that's why. Anyway, I think I'm gonna pause this for now. And I'm gonna finish some coffee, read some of the stuffed animal book, because basically what it is I want to go through this, practice out some of the courses that they have in there, because there's like exercises and stuff that you can do. So I'm going to do the exercises, and then I'm going to go from there. I love that it's backwards. Anyway, so great. But yeah, I will work through that. But that is a different day, because today is Goblin Day, not working on book day. Yeah. Anyway, now I'm just rambling. I don't know how much of this I'm going to actually use, so we'll see. Alright. Talk to you soon. Okay, so I do need to say something. Have issues. Yeah, I have many issues. I mean, some would say. But, okay, so I have no views on here, so it's fine. I'm basically talking to myself. This is alright. There's a trend. There's like a, well, maybe it's not even a trend. It's just probably the algorithms. Oh boy, the algorithms picking up on me investigating. Well, not investigating, just kind of, I'm curious, because I'm hearing about. I mean, I see a lot of like small businesses talking about, like, originally they were talking about all the success and look at me, regular business day, and then I saw a bunch of them that are now talking about how their businesses are failing and we're shutting down, or not even shutting down, but like, we're going to pivot and this is why my business is failing. But they seem to be fairly similar in their setup, which is good. You should be like, I mean, if you're looking at your business, you should be looking at hard, figure out why, like what's going on, what works, what isn't working. That should be kind of a regular review. Things shouldn't be a surprise to you. If they are, it means you've got a blind spot, basically. But yeah, I mean, and I will say, I am one of those people who has a failing business right now. But I mean, it's failing. I can't even call it really failing, because really, you put what I didn't put a lot into it. So if you don't put much into it, you don't get a lot out of it. And that's the problem, is that, yeah, I haven't been giving it the all, so therefore it's, tapered off. So now I just have to, like, get things back up, and I've learned things since starting my business, and I can actually use what I've learned in order to improve things. I'll probably have to break down, all the things I am doing and all the things I'm not doing, in order to make sure that I can start, elevating myself and doing better. I think part of it is, well, this has all been part of the same process, because I've been, for the past little while, I've been kind of just trying to find my way artistically, I guess, creatively. So that's kind of taken a toll on the business, for sure, because I lost that confidence that I had, of like my creative confidence. So I've been working on getting it back, and I'm starting to get feeling the joy of creating again, and I'm still gonna have to figure out how to properly balance the different pieces of my business, and go through all of that, go through everything, and figure out what's working, what's not working, what do I need to change, what can I keep. And I already know some of the things I just need to throw out. It's hard because, and I've already talked about it in previous vlogs, that probably comics as I know them, have to kind of go. Um, that hurts my heart. I kind of want to, I mean, if I can find a way to salvage it, I will. But for the most part, for the foreseeable future, I'll probably only ever put things online. I'll have private sketchbooks that I have to myself that, people may never see. And that's simply because the books aren't selling. I mean, I also can look at some of the older books and maybe they need to be um, re-edited, but the problem is with that, and this is a problem with comics specifically, is that I could completely redo the edits, but then in some ways I'd have to actually redo the comic. And I have to think to myself, if I'm going to redo the comic, do I want to just redo the whole, like actually redraw them? And does that make sense? I don't know. It's something I need to explore. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish out what I have already. I think there is a possibility that, because I have so many different comics, I have a couple that only have the first issue out, and I know that one of them I may actually want to redraw part of it because there's some like continuity issues and like consistency with the character. So I think I may actually want to go back in and redraw some of those areas, only because I think I might want to re-release it, and I think it's worth it because I really love the character. And also, it feeds into, yeah, it's my petty evil. Because I did a first comic, I released it, but I think I can do better. I think I can be more discerning, not even discerning, just not allowing crap to go out. And that's my problem. I've been allowing crap to go out. And I need to gatekeep that. I need to be my own gatekeeper, and I need to like really, quality control needs to be up here, and it needs to be even higher because of the world we are in right now. I need to look at what I plan, like avenues for sales. I think I'm going to be able to look at that more next year than this year. This year, I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a lot of coasting. I'm going to be trying to do online sales in a time where online sales aren't really a good idea. So I'm going to be swimming upstream. Like, people are saying online sales are hitting all-time lows because of like a number of different things. Take your pick. Take the GRPV. Oh my goodness, the European issue. Like the issue with selling to the European Union because you have to have a representative. Basically, is trying to prevent anyone from like subpar products coming into the EU. So there's that. There's the tariffs. There's like, but there's always going to be something. Really, at the end of the day, there's always going to be something. So either figure out a way around it or hack it up and forget about it because it's not going to get better. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean in that there's always going to be some sort of obstacle. If it's not tariffs, it'll be something else. And you can either let that stand in the way of what you want to do, or you can find a way around it. Yeah, I mean, that's my pep talk, I guess. This is also me feeling really, really in a way about these online blogs where they're dissecting their business. I'm probably gonna rewatch the one I was just listening to because I want to hear if there's like a thread, a through thread. The one I listened to before, they were very panicky. Oh, well, not panicky, but like, but I don't know. It was really, why am I not making $1 million type thing? No, that's not what they were saying, but it was along that same thread. I think they had unrealistic expectations for their business. For me, my dad always taught me to have a backup plan. He was a freelance journalist, and so one of his big things was always have a backup income source for yourself. It's great that you want to do artwork, but have something as backup. And you know what? That was some of the best advice he ever gave me, because I will continue to try and have a full-time job as long as I can. The only way that this would ever change is if I suddenly started making like double to 3 times the income. If I was able to double or triple my income, I would then look at okay, yeah, maybe I can just do this full time. But as it sits right now, that's not going to happen. I live in one of the worst places to try and do that. My cost of living is way too high. Even though everyone's cost of living is rising, I live in the lower mainland. I live in BC. And so cost of living here is significantly more than, say, someone living in the Midwest or Central North America. Because it's the same in Canada as it is in the States, so I can say universally the cost of living tends to be lower there. Um, yeah, and as a result, I I I will not make that that leap likely. What'll likely end up happening is I'll retire and then start doing it full time after I retire. But we'll see. Anyway, my food just beeped, so now I'm gonna go eat something. And I've been rambling. But just, yeah. Anyway, oh, I'm really being okay. I will talk to you in a bit. Hi, it's morning again, and it's Tuesday. There we go. See, look at me getting the days of the weekend there. Um, yeah. So as I kind of figured, I set myself 3 goals for last night. I got one of them done. That's because it was Monday, and I knew, like, I was awake at like 2 o'clock in the morning on Monday, so I knew that it was going to be a short day. Well, it wasn't even a short day. I knew that my brain was not going to be able to handle much beyond what I was working on, which was it's getting a project ready. And it's in the design phase, it's in the production phase. Um, the end result is not going to be anything for direct sale. It's just, yeah. But it's going to be fun for me, and so I'm excited about the production of it. Um, Having said that, it means that everything I did yesterday, I have I have 3 items left. So I'm going to work on those 3 items. One of those items is getting the video ready to go. So I'm going to get that set so it can go up tomorrow morning, which is typically what they end up doing anyway. So I think that's kind of just going to be the way of things. um, yeah. So I'm going to be editing the video this morning before I go to work. That's just the unboxing video. I'm going to try and see if I can try and shoehorn in the other last week's video as well. Try and get them both together. I don't really have a lot of time in the week, but I'm going to try. Otherwise, it might be up late. And then I'm going to be doing product photos and coloring Teddy Evil. So those are my plans. I still have other things I could be doing, but I'm not there yet for those, any of those. So yeah, now I'm just babbling on and on. But I'll talk to you guys all again in a little bit. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's after work. And okay, it's also really warm out. So that's another thing. I'm making dinner, and then I am going to hop into the office. Well, actually, before like my water boils for dinner, I'm going to quickly double check and see what I set for myself for my goals for tonight, so I can kind of like be ruminating and focusing on them while I'm eating. Then once I've eaten dinner, then I will presumably come to my office and work on whatever it was. I mean, I know that there's like 3 things. It's like building a wall, and working on Teddy Evil, or doing product shots. So one of those things. It's one of those. Maybe all 3 if I'm feeling really, really energetic. But I'm not feeling energetic until I have food. So I will talk to you all again soon. Alrighty, so it is after dinner, and I am going to not work on the photos. I'll probably work on some comic. Mostly because I have to get together what I'm going to put down for the shots. I don't have my art prints ready or anything like that. I don't have my backdrops ready. I have to figure out I have to find the thing that I was using to like keep them upright. So I don't even have that. Pardon me, I have nothing ready to go for the thing. So I can get ready to be able to shoot later on this week, but I have nothing ready to go. And yes, if I'm going to keep on doing this, I should probably have everything all in like a nice little kit or something. And I will. I just, right now, I don't have that. I need to create that. That is something that can happen later on. But yeah, tonight is probably just going to be low-key. Low-key tearing apart my office to try and find what I was using to do the product just before. And then see if I can find the product. Like, it's a little bit of everything here. And then take some photos, upload everything, and yeah, go from there. And then eventually let people know that I have a shop, and that's a thing, and these things are for sale. But I can practice in the meantime and get ready and practice the shots and make them look as good as I can. I know, I should probably just do it. I should probably just find everything, get everything all set up and do it. We'll see. It depends if like the process of me trying to find everything and get everything all together energizes me, I may end up just like using it to push on through, and just to finally do the photography. These are things that can happen. Because also I have to realize what everything I already have put up in the site, so I have to see if it's. Well, that's not a good sign. That's not a good look. I'm not really sure what's going on. I think my phone might be trying to do stuff. I don't know if it actually affected the shot or if it's just. This is fine. Anyway, okay, I'm not really sure what went on there. It just like faded and then went black. I may be having problems with my phone. Possibly like out of memory. I could see that happening. I could definitely see that happening. It also needs to It also needs to update itself. So I'm probably just going to hang up from here and go on to do some work. And I'll talk to you all again later. Okay. See you tomorrow. Okay. I may have lied about a lot of things. Maybe not lied, just was like, anyway, I'm back again. It's still the same day. It's still Tuesday. It's very much Tuesday. And I have pulled out the backdrops. I still need to have the support, which I think I accidentally threw it out because it's just like a piece of cardboard that was like had set up as like a support to hold up the backdrops. So I may have to actually like build something that's like, this is the thing, don't throw it out, blah blah blah. Anyway, until I can do that though, I now feel the need to do the photography shots and totally reorganize my store and then let people know I have a store. Notice how I keep on harping on about letting people know I have a store? That's because people don't know I have a store. Except for you guys. And even then, I haven't told you the URL or anything like that. So it doesn't really do you or myself a lot of good. Yeah, it's because I also want to get it ready to go. It's not ready yet. And I'm looking at it and I can just see all the things that are wrong with it right now. I want to get it to a better condition. It's a hot mess. Like I had items that are just set there as placeholders, and they aren't even good looking placeholders. They're just like these garbage items. So I just need to like fix it and move on. So that'll be part of the overhaul, which I'm going to be working on. Is that I have a lot of different stickers, like versions of stickers. And so I wanted to take pictures of each individual sticker. And that's going to take a little while. So yay for the foreseeable future. What I'm going to be working on. Okay. Anyway, that's me popping in. Okay, good morning. Oh boy. Yeah, it's morning. Sorry. Yeah, it's Wednesday morning. I am functional. I actually just got back from a walk, so that's kind of nice. Doing the walk first thing is probably going to be the best idea. At least I get one thing done, and then if I run out of time, that happens. But at least I've gotten one bit of exercise done. It's not long. It's like usually about 15 minutes to half hour, somewhere around there, depending on how far I go. I didn't go far today because I'm still working towards being healthy again. Anyway, so last night I remember what I did. I started to like write down a list of all of the stickers, like the single stickers. And then I realized I already have that in inventory, like in my inventory sheet that I was working on. Pardon me, it's already there. So why would I go and do that again? I don't need to do that. I can just print off the inventory sheet and then make sure that everything gets onto my website. I can even just leave it on the computer. I just like to have something that I can hold on to, so maybe printing it off is a good idea, but I don't need to rewrite it. It's all there, and that was long and tedious to do, but I found it. And I have to make sure it's in more than one place so that I can actually easily access it. That's the other thing. Let's see here. That's so I can do the product shots, because I want to know what I already have and what I need to put into the shop. So, and I'm realizing, I don't know, I have to try and figure out how to organize the shop better, because I don't know if I can. Not with that. I may have to like go through a bunch of hoops and whatnot in order to like make it happen. So we'll see. We'll see. I know people have been looking at the site, but they haven't been buying. And I kind of don't blame them because it's not, I don't like the way it's set up. I would rather it be more where you can go into different sections and whatnot. I'm going to poke around and see more of what the user sees for the, like what the customer is going to see, so that I can organize it and make it more user friendly and more welcoming, because right now it's just really, really, really plain. I don't like it so much. But I can take, like, the nice thing about the site that I'm using is I can take each of the products and I can embed them into my own website, so that might be better and more usable that way, which is what I was already thinking about doing anyway. I'm going back and forth right now, because I actually have done several iterations of stores. I've done Etsy for like a hot minute, and then I was like, meh, nothing's selling. But I wasn't marketing properly either, so. And now I don't think I really want to. There's like an old saying to like own and control. You know, stake your own claim in the internet. And so I kind of want to just keep to that. So if I'm doing anything, it's going to be all based off of my websites, multiple websites. That was the other mistake I did. Neither here nor there. But my main concern right now is I want to finish up editing, which is going to take me a while because I've got like way too much to edit. And then I'm going to, that's probably going to be my morning, is editing. And then in the evening, I'm going to pull up the inventory sheet, either print it off or just use it as reference for adding stuff to the shop. So that's going to be my morning. Yeah, I got to get going on it because otherwise I'm going to be running late. So I'll talk to you all again later. Okay. So just trying a new thing. I'm experimenting. I realize I'm probably going to have to trash this video too, but you know, whatever. We're going to see. Because I don't even think you can hear me from here. But I thought it'd be fun just to try, like, I'm just experimenting with stuff. Because that's what I like to do, is test out things and see what works, what doesn't work. It's a nice time in the summer for me at work, like during my day at my day job, because I get a chance to really I get a chance to daydream a lot. Well, not even daydream, like I'm working and then I'm also thinking at the same time. And it's nice because I can like write down my ideas while I'm at work, and I find it really, really helpful. And there's like, I have a lot more energy too because the sun's out, except for right now, as you can see, big, huge clouds, and yeah. At any rate, yeah. I mean, I don't know that you can see that because I was not able to test whether this works or not and what you're seeing. This is all an experiment. Favorite thing ever. Anyway, yeah. So I did not write out my intentions before I went to work today. So I'm going to be guessing a lot. Pardon me. Still working on it. It's better than it was, but we're down to the last dregs, and it's got to work its way out. Anyway, so I didn't do my intentions before I left for basically my to-dos. I call it intention, but it's like what I intend to get done. So my intentions. That way there are things that need to get done, but they're gonna I have that thing where, you know, if I can give a mark off one thing off the list, then I feel it's an accomplishment. And if not, then I need to look at why I didn't get everything done, or why I didn't get any of it done. Like if I didn't get some of it done, why didn't I get it done? And if I got it done, then I did. And if I got things done, did I have a lot of time afterwards? Is there more things I could have been putting on my plate, that never happens. I am the person where it's usually like too much stuff to get done. And I'll just add on more stuff until I just sort of like crumble. Which is not ideal, obviously. Yeah. So, I mean, for example, last night, I don't know. I mean, I cut out pieces, but I think also I was doing things too. Like there's some downtime, a certain amount of downtime, which I'm just gonna allow myself. As you can hear from my coughing, I'm still getting over stuff, so I need to like just be patient, let it work its way out of its system. If I'm slow moving, then I'm slow moving. It won't get any better by like shoving it and, you know, pushing it too much. Yeah. So I don't know. I wanted to go for a walk this afternoon, but now I'm just like worried and stressed that I'm going to be caught in a rain shower. I mean, I have a jacket. I really have a jacket. I have a jacket right here with me. I can just simply put it on and I should be fine. And yet, here I am, worrying. It'll be fine. I'll take the jacket with me just in case. They go from there. Yeah, I'm actually really, really curious to see how this is going to turn out. Because I won't know until I like basically get home. I'm curious. And it's such a short drive home, which I know begs a lot of people question, like, why don't you just walk or take a bus? Well, okay, that was hilarious. There was a lady, I can't. It's actually perfect though. It's hilarious. Not she was hilarious, but there's this lady. She's walking down the street with a flute, like orchestra flute. But as that's happening, I'm listening to music right now, and the music has a flute in it. So without paying attention to what I never played the flute, so I have no idea. But without knowledge, she could very well have been playing the exact tone that I'm listening to. It just makes me laugh. I like how coincidental it is. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's just, maybe the clouds are just over there. Because over here it's nice and sunny. So if I do a quick walk, if I do a super quick walk, then I should be able to get... Yeah, if I do a super quick walk before the rains come, like the clouds following me. I'm feeling harassed. Yeah, I'm feeling very harassed. And then I realized that there's a possibility that possibly I just realized, because I'm like listening to my I have my Compilot, which is a hearing assisted device, which allows me to have Bluetooth in my ancient hearing aids, and I'm wondering if the Compilot also has a speaker in it for talking, so I can talk to people on the phone at work. I'm wondering if that helps with the audio. Don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, I'm going to finish recording for now. Good morning. It is Thursday morning. I have already been up for a little while. I slept in again. Until I get over this like chest thing, I'm feeling better. I'm getting better. Less coughing, but it's still there. So it's just taking a while to get out of my system, mostly because it's draining. Like my sinuses are draining. Kind of, yeah. So anyway, so I slept in this morning. So I just kind of went right into like work. I haven't done any exercising. I just went straight into trying to get stuff done because I had some admin tasks I had to get done. I am trying to deal with some book issues. I made the mistake of checking my email that I hadn't checked for a little while. It's like book specific, and then novel specific, not comic book. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I was checking in on that, and that's a hot mess. So I had to like go through stuff. I had to apply for some promotions, which I still have to set up everything because it's not just a matter of just blindly applying for the promotion. I have to actually like deliberately go through, make sure that all the dates go off at the right time for the promotion, so that all the prices are the same on different websites because I publish wide. There's a whole bunch of stuff, like so much admin stuff, and that's just one part of the business, of the book business anyway. So I spent a lot of time doing that, and then I realized that I need to like make a list of the things I can be doing right now when I'm not actively putting out a new book, because there's some things there's some housekeeping I need to get done. I need to create some more paperback versions of some of the books. And I need to go through all the online retailers to make sure I have them up on all the places. I need to make sure all the pricing, like I just have all these like house cleaning I should be getting done while I'm not publishing. Like while I'm not actively publishing, because it's technically they're still published. It's just a lot of admin tasks to do on that level. So I'm going to make a list of all the things I have to get done, like that I've been neglecting, which is a lot of things like book formatting. I have to format some books from like ebooks to paperback to hard copy. You would think the hardback versus hardcover versus paperback would be the same. They're not. They're completely different. So I have to reformat all the books for those different things as well, because some of the books are in hard copy, some are not, and I'd like to have them all in hardbound, and like where they can possibly be hardbound. It's the whole thing. I need to review some of the other stuff, so like all these little bits, and I need to write it all down so I don't forget, because I was going to be building my major to-do list anyway, and this is part of that. This is why I say I don't fit very well in that nice little category of either a booktuber or an art blogger. I am my own person with my own weird stuff. Like, I see all these people who are doing crochet stuffies and stuff like that, and I'm like, that's part of what I do, but not everything I do. And I know maybe I'm doing too much, but I'm not even trying to branch out that much. It's basically three main things: art, comics, novels. That's it. But our art has a tendency to be a little bit wider in scope. So it gets like that. Yeah, I still also have to do my intentions for today, as in what I intend to do today. Yesterday I started working on the wall. not Trump related. I had to point that out to my partner too. I'm like, so tonight I'm building a wall. He's like, you're not Trump. I'm like, no, I'm not Trump. These are not those kind of walls. These are like fortress walls, palisades, that sort of thing. Yeah. Anyway, apparently I have to preface that. Thank you, Trump, for ruining walls for us. Um, let's see here. So yeah, I need to write down my intentions for what I'm going to do today. I think today is the day I need to buckle down and focus back in on the comics. Because I really want to I have an Isaac and Lee sketch that I did, and now I just want to finish it up and get that posted. And that's probably, I don't know if I'm actually going to do exercising before I go to work today. It doesn't look like that. I think I just want to power through. It's just for this morning. This afternoon, when I'm done work, I can go for a walk before I go in. That's probably what's going to happen. But today, this morning, right now, I just want to try and focus on getting this line art done. I just need to clean it up a bit, add in some of the dark tones, and then I'm going to publish it. It's just going to be a simple line art. It's not like a big, fancy page or anything like that. So, yeah. I finished and I uploaded my studio vlog from the past. I'm calling it the past because it's like a hot mess. I kind of ended up with basically 2 weeks worth of vlogs in kind of one, because I didn't do a lot. I didn't record for 3 days or something like that. I mean, it's just fine. I don't record on weekends anyway, but there was just a long lax of, so I kind of tried to put it all together and make it sort of coherent, which I did. And so now we're getting back on track. But it's coming up a day late, which is not the schedule. I never really had a schedule, but apparently I typically upload on Wednesdays, I guess, is when it usually schedules. Anyway, so that's all I have to say for this morning. Because I have work have to get done. So I will talk to you later. Okay, so I just finished my dinner, and now I am going to work on business plan and also websites, and then finally finishing off with working on some comics, and then yeah. Anyway, so that's what's going on there. Actually, I'll probably end off finishing with the business plan and not starting with it. Something like that. Just because I was watching this I watch a lot of YouTube, okay? And I really, really like how she's rebranding herself and all the things she's doing to get ready for conventions and stuff like that. So she's really, really really onto it with her planning and everything like that. And I want to kind of implement more of that. I'm kind of a crow that way. I like to just take little bits of here, a little bit of there, and kind of just take little bits from everywhere and then put it into my own thing. Yeah. But having said that, I cannot do that while I'm sitting here talking to you, so I will move on. What I might do is I'll take pictures as I'll maybe do some progress shots if I'm working on the comic tonight. Other than that, it's just a bunch of boring admin stuff. I'll go from there. Alrighty. Okay, it's an evening. It's an evening and a half. Hi. I'm just going to cut to the chase because I just thought I'd recorded 5 minutes of stuff which I didn't record. Par for the course. So, see that? See what's missing there? What's missing there is my drawing table. That's because it's over there. It's disassembled. And over here, there's a huge mess. It all starts with me needing to set up the firmware on my printer. and everything just kind of disintegrated from there, which is leading me into the fact that I'm going to start pulling things out of the storage closet, stacking them in here, and then clean out the storage closet this weekend, and then start pulling everything out of this office so I can reorganize it and actually get it into shape, like I keep on saying I'm doing, but I actually don't do. But now that this is already a disaster area, I may as well finish it. That's the long and the short of it. I will talk to you all later. Okay, well, I'm not even sure if that's probably not a good idea. There we go. Alrighty. Hi. So it's after work. I'm doing laundry right now. Theoretically, if I have enough energy, I'm going to go to an art show. It's a really cool art show. I kind of want to go to it, but I just need to be able to be awake enough. But I'm really tired, and I also have to pull everything out of the closet. Plus, it's last minute. Like, it's super last minute. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to muster up the energy, courage, all that stuff to go. Pardon me. So we're going to see. In the meantime, I'm going to do some sketching with my rocket book. That's kind of trying to explain what the rocket book does. It's kind of like a dry erase notepad, but the nice thing about it is that even though it has a dot grid on it, when it uploads, you can't really see it. Like, you can't really see the dots, so it acts like a sketchbook, which is super handy for me. And I like writing. I like it because when you're done with it, you just wipe it down with water and it goes away. So you can like jot down notes, and plus it also has character recognition, so you can like write out your like handwrite something, and then it'll go to you can scan it to text. So also really huge. So I'm gonna just goof around with some meaningless scribbles while I'm waiting. Actually, what I was supposed to do, and I'm just remembering now that I'm talking about it, I'm supposed to be, well, I want to try and do some sketches of like sticker plans, so I can do some like group sticker ideas. So I'm going to try that and see what that's going to look like. Anyway, yeah, so that's all. I will talk to you all when I get home, or when I go to the art show, depending what happens. Alrighty. So I have done laundry. I've come home, eaten dinner. I'm pretty tired. I took some stuff out of the closet. This is my compromise. I took some stuff out of the closet and then put stuff back, and then put everything, like, pulled stuff out, grabbed some stuff that didn't need to go back in. And I realized that until I have more time and more energy, I'm just going to probably take little bits at a time out of the closet as I go. And then, just a little bit at a time. That way I feel like I've accomplished a little bit of something. And eventually, because we technically don't really put very much stuff into the closet, so if I'm even just doing just once a week, taking at least one thing out of the closet, then I'll pare everything right down, because that's not where our storage problems lie. We need to be able to put things in there, but we have, like, for example, we have empty boxes in there. So one of the things I can do is take the empty boxes, fill them up with stuff that I don't need, or that I'm gonna not need right away. That's the key. Not need right away. Anything that's not needed at all can just go out the door. But things that I might use later, things that get used seasonally, like camping supplies, that sort of thing, those will get can get put into the storage. So, but a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. So tonight I think I did some like mock-ups, and then I watched this other show, like another YouTube channel about this lady who's like putting together sticker sheets and stuff like that. And so I'm gonna probably look at some more sticker sheets, and then like I have a general idea, but I want to get a little more creative with it. And I feel like I don't know, because what I want to do, I'm not seeing anybody else doing. So that's weird to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just be the only one doing it. Who knows? Who can say? So I'm going to work on some sticker sheets. And then I'll be able to see about printing. Oh yeah, and I also ordered, I ordered some holographic laminate. So I'm going to experiment with that and see how that works for me. In an ideal world, what it'll do is shaky cam. What it does is I take just regular vinyl, and then you just put an overlay on it. And the idea behind it is that it makes the stickers waterproof and UV insensitive as opposed to sensitive. Not unlike the song. Sorry, I'm showing my age here now. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to get to work. And I may or may not photograph my progress again. Alrighty. Talk to you later, or possibly tomorrow, or possibly on Monday. Okay, it's Saturday. And yeah, I'm actually videotaping because I was working on stuff. I'm trying to work on sticker sheets. Nope. Sticker sheets. And oh man, I am not happy with. It was one thing when I was doing individual stickers of the caterflies. Oh, and you wonder what caterflies are. I'll show you shortly here. But when I'm trying to put them on a sheet, they're so different. Each one is so different that it just looks like it looks cluttered and it doesn't look uniform. It doesn't have like a flow. So I'm gonna be trying to figure out whether I should just put everything onto like just do like a bunch of like one type of sticker on each sheet maybe. But I'll show you what I'm talking about. So yeah, like as you can see, I just have a bunch of them that I've like placed here, and then I'm resizing them and trying to like place them. But like as you can see, it's just like I know it's not necessarily a color, and I'm not going to necessarily have an orange background, but I'm just trying to like go with placement. And even if I had like no color background, it's the fact that these like the styles of the, you can take a look, like the art styles aren't really the same. Like this is even more like cartoony. This one's more realistic. It's got more shading in it, and so does this one. But even those two are different because they're different types of cats. So I'm wondering if I should just put like one of this cat on, and then one of that cat on, and one of that cat on each different sticker sheet. I'm not sure. Or else I just redesign new caterflies. They're all the same type of caterfly on each sheet, so that there's like a style, like all cats that are kind of like, they have a similar style as this one with different colored wings or whatever. Maybe something like that might work better. I'm gonna have to play around with this more though, but I'm not happy with the way they are right now. So back to the drawing board. Editing Beth here. One of these days I will learn how to end a vlog. This week is not that week. Yeah, so as you can see, I ended off on the Sunday. I did some. I actually finished up the wall well, the basic shape of the wall, and added stonework on. Pardon me, the cough is getting worse. You'll hear this in later vlogs. Anyway, um, I finish off the wall, and that was pretty much it. Like I only taped on Saturday because I wanted to show that I was working on this thing, and I was really focused on it too. So I wanted to make sure that I got it in there, and it belonged with that week of the vlog. However, there is no other footage of me saying goodbye and signing off. So this is me signing off until next time. Yeah, so do you guys have any sticker projects going on, or do you do sticker projects? What kind of projects do you do? Are you creative, or are you just listening for sheer enjoyment? I can't imagine that. But if you are, please feel free to just leave a comment. Talk about what you're working on. I'd love to hear that. I love progress. If you have your own vlog, let me know, because I am a progress junkie. Process junkie. I love like watching other people's processes and seeing what everyone else is doing. So yeah, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye.